Bam, coming in, Chinchy. What's up, dude? Happy Funbag Friday.
Happy Funbag Friday to you too. It's a Funbag type of day today.
Dude, what's going on? Hey, bro, let me come out with a Funbag question for you. You know, because you got 2 dogs.
Yes.
I was walking my dog Macy the other day, and for whatever reason, she dropped 2 bombs. I don't know. And one, I don't know if I didn't take her out later in the day, so I got 2 bags, and I come home and I'm like, what do I do with these bags? So I just put them in the kitchen garbage.
Kitchen garbage.
Next thing you know, my kids and my girlfriend Sarah are like, did someone poop? Did someone poop in the kitchen? And I'm like, and so they're like, did Macy poop? Everyone checked to see Macy. I goes, oh, my bad. I was like, I put poop in the kitchen garbage.
Was everybody crawling around on the floors?
Dude, this is my first dog. Is that a no-no?
It's pretty much a no-no because when you open the container, you're letting out the air. So anytime anybody opens a garbage, you're probably letting out that air.
I double bagged the poop. You know, I double bag my poops.
That's a good move by you. But wait, hold on. You double bag when you
have you ever done? Have you ever done that? Throwing the poop in the kitchen garbage?
I have once or twice, but once the last time happened,
Does
Jess was not. No,
does Jess love it?
No, yes, she loves it. Quite the contrary. Normally, the dogs go out back, and I have a garbage pail out back, like in the corner behind my house, and I build it there. And then as soon as the garbage day comes, I take it and I throw it out in the front. So it never goes into the house. It never comes into the home.
Oh, it doesn't? So wait, you bag the poop and then you throw it in a little area.
How about you get yourself like a little small garbage pail, put it somewhere where it's not near your house, where nobody's going to smell it. It's not going to screw up your neighbors, like I was kidding about before. And you leave it out there. You don't bring. What else would you do? What do you flush it down the toilet every time?
No, I usually put it in the garbage. No one says anything.
Oh, this is a first. So you've been doing this consistently.
Well, this is the problem. It was a new garbage bag, so that it was the only thing in there, and it just usually what I do is I take the poop, put it under garbage, and then shove it down. And the garbage.
I get what you're doing. I get exactly what you're doing, and you're thinking that the rest of the remains of the regular garbage, like you're gonna, it's gonna smell like a nice beef stroganoff instead of the poop, but it doesn't. I'm telling you, it'll find its way up, man. You got to move on. You got to find anything. Get like an outdoor containment unit thing, and leave it out there. And then when the garbage man comes,
I'll start a compost pile or something.
a compost pile. Or if you just leave it on your own, as long as you does it on your lawn, your grass will grow like crazy. Just fertilize.
Oh my god, so great.
All right, on a lighter note, on a healthier note, because that's not a healthy thing you're talking about.
Yeah, what's healthy?
Don't you have some cryogenic chamber you've been using right now?
Bro, I just got the cold plunge. You got to Chinch. Look at. Talk about getting in and just. I got in for 10 minutes this morning. 48 degrees. I plunged right in. Ooh, it felt great, dude.
How far do you go? Do you go all the way to your neck, to your face?
Oh, yeah, I go to my neck. You know, one thing they always say, like, dopamine without effort. Like, when you just get pleasure without any effort, that's when you get that stress, anxiety. That's a bad dopamine release. When you have effort in front of the pleasure, that's what I mean. Like when you get in the cold tub or you work out or you go for a bike ride or you might go for a walk, if there's effort in front of the pleasure, the dopamine release 250%. Let's go.
Really? See, that's
seriously,
good.
dude.
I need that.
I did it this morning. It energized me for the whole day, dude. Like legit.
I told you I just freeze myself in a shower for like a minute every morning. Otherwise, I can't function during the day. I have to put the shower as cold as humanly possible and just take it just right in my grill for like a whole minute and a half. This is great. And then I can walk out.
It's so good for you, bro.
Yeah, I stumble into my shower and I just jump out.
You got to try the cold plunge, bro. You got to try the cold plunge.
How much does one of those run a guy these days?
Maybe you want to stay with the cold shower.
One day. When we get picked up by like John Boy Media or some shit like that, my first investment will be a cold plunge.
Exactly.
Nice.
When we start to make 20 cents of this show.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I got a lot of stuff to talk about with our weekend, but before we get to that, let's talk about the All-Star game coming up. It just crept up on you. First of all, I can't believe it's already All-Star game time. That's absolutely bananas. bananas.
It's unbelievable, dude. Time is absolutely flying. But yeah, this All-Star game is going to be fun. The Derby, the brackets for the Derby will be good. You got Schwarber going against Pujols. You got to love Pujols.
Yes.
His last hurrah, getting in the Derby, having some fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. And I like what they did, having him and Cabrera, no matter what their numbers are. Put them in there. Why not? They did it, remember, with Cal and Tony Gwynn back in the day. Absolutely.
And Gwynn, I was there, dude, 2001.
Right. Oh, that's a great one.
It's one of the dude, it was so cool. Remember when Vlad threw the bat and Lasorda went down?
Yeah, no, he hugged you, right? Did he come right up to you? That was great.
Yeah, then he came over. It was me, Chipper Jones, and Mike Hampton were sitting there talking. I think Piazza.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, and he comes over and we're like, Tommy, heads up with the bats going flying.
That's unbelievable.
That was unbelievable.
That was when they moved
that was
A-Rod and Cal.
Ichiro Mania too, bro.
Oh, that's right. Ichiro's year. Yeah.
A-Rod moved Cal back to short, and it was Ichiro Mania 2001. It was his first year where he won MVP, Rookie of the Year.
That's cool.
Seattle was awesome, man. That was an awesome All-Star game.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Holy crap.
What was your favorite?
Man,
as a fan, do you remember your favorite All-Star game back in the day?
Dude, as a fan or my favorite was the 99 All-Star game.
Oh, well, that's not fair. You got to meet super billion greatest players in the history of the world who told you how good you were.
Dude, as a fan, I don't remember, I just remember loving watching the All-Star games. I don't know if I remember one that was awesome, but I remember just being excited to see the hometown team or your team or Pirates or whatever, that representing, with all the other teams and all the different jerseys. Didn't you think that was cool?
Super cool.
I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I actually remember there was one. You know what? One of my favorites ones was, coincidentally, it was in Cincy. And Cincy was not playing well back in the day, but Chris Sabo made the team. Remember, Chris Sabo was he came out of nowhere with the rec specs, and he made the team. And he, I don't know if he walked or he got on base, but the fans were going bananas because it was the only thing they had to cheer for that year. And I think he stole second base, and the place went absolutely bananas. I always like when you see the guys who aren't that, either just coming up or guys who are on their way out. I remember one year, Dave Winfield, towards the end of his career, who was one of my favorite players ever. I forgot who the manager was, but he played all 9 innings. Played left, played right, played a whole game, and that's your team. And especially when your team sucks.
Yeah.
It's really good when your team's not that great. You really enjoy the All-Star game when your players are there, the guys you root for.
Oh, big time. Dude, I remember when Dave Parker, the Cobra, remember he went in the corner and he threw an absolute bullet. Yeah. Can't remember who he got at the plate, but it was like a one-hop rocket. And then everyone was like, you got to be kidding me. I remember my dad, when we moved to Pittsburgh, was like, Dave Parker, the Cobra, has a cannon from right field. And I remember I was 5-6 years old. I was like, I love Dave Parker for that throw from the corner. I think it was in Montreal. I'm not totally sure, but it was a bullet.
I was reading something about a pitcher who's saying the pitchers hated the hitters during the All-Star break because you go up there, you maybe get in a bat or two, you can strike out, you can get a hit, whatever, but you can be that pitcher that comes in and throws one inning, gives up 7 runs to the greatest hitters in the game, and you feel like a biggest jerk, and you got to warm up, you got to not hurt yourself. And he's like, who was it? It's the hitters are just going to all the parties, and we're all just sitting there trying not to get hurt and trying not to embarrass ourselves.
That's so funny. Yeah. Well, dude, I remember I'd come in. I remember when I came in for Mark McGwire, the 99 All-Star game. Matter of fact, my friend Devin Fox was with Bruce Bochy the other night, and she's like, Case, I'm talking to Bochy and Flannery, and we're talking about your All-Star game in 99. Yeah. And I remember I was sitting there on the dugout with Barry Larkin. I had my camera. It was ridiculous. I can't believe they let me do that. Yeah. But anyway, Keith Olbermann's there, all these guys. And I remember McGwire was the big thing back then in baseball, you know what I mean? So he was, so I think he got 2 at-bats, and his 3rd at-bat was in the 5th inning. And Bochy looks down, and he's like, where's Casey? And I was just like, I was trying to hide. I'm like, ah. He's like, hey, you're going in for McGwire at first. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I just want to enjoy the festivities. I don't actually want to go out there. I'm scared to death. 25. So sure enough, bro, I get out there and I'm at first, and all I could think to myself was, please don't hit it to me. I just don't want to make an error in the All-Star game. You know what I mean? And bro, wouldn't you know it, the baseball gods, whenever you say that out loud, BJ Surhoff, first pitch, wham, hits an absolute missile. Swear to God, dude. One hop shot. I end up catching it, boom. One hop shot. I make the play, boom. tag him up, but I'm like, okay, I'm good now. You know what I mean? Like, once you get that first ball, you're good. But initially, like, I don't get the glory of hitting because McGuire's taken 3 at-bats already through 5.
Yeah.
I now have to play defense for the next hour to get out there. Yeah. I end up hitting a pretty good one-hop shot to Omar Vizquel, which is like hitting it to 17 Uber vacuums at that point. Yeah. He just scooped it up like it was poop soup and just threw it right over. I was out. I was like, oh, man, I thought it was a better hit ball than he made it look.
It's almost it's like almost impossible now, like in this generation of the game, to go up and hit. Like, you coming into the 7th inning now, and you got, remember DeGrom came in, he was like, 26 years old. He came in and struck out the side on like 10 pitches because he's in the 7th inning throwing his first pitch at like 101, and you're coming in fresh off the bench when you were at like 3 Marucci parties in the last 3 days, and you're like, I'm not hitting this guy right now. There's no shot.
Your blood alcohol level is like 0.87.
Yeah. Anyway,
you're like, I bet. Yeah, it's a 3-day party at the All-Star game.
Yeah.
So it's a great time being there, man.
Yeah,
it's
so much fun. It's fun as a fan too. If anybody gets a chance to ever go for the weekend, it really is. It's just a fun thing to be around because the whole town. You can explain it to the people who've never been. Like, an entire city just changes colors. They just turn into all-star colors, and everywhere you go, every bar, every restaurant, every like laundromat has like, it's just plastered with Major League Baseball, and all the players are walking around. You got the green flies coming after you guys all the time.
That's right. Green flies are everywhere at the All-Star game, which is good. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You get the 10-year-old kid coming up to you with 10 baseball cards, telling you to sign them a specific way, and you can see his shady dad in the background, like on his eBay account.
Dude. The greatest is when you get the little girl come up. You're like, "Oh, hey, honey, how you doing?" She's like 6. She's like, "Hi." She's like, "Can you sign it on the sweet spot? Put the mayor and All-Star, 3-time All-Star, and to the." Like, where's your dad, little girl? Where's your dad? And then she's like, right there. She'll sell him down the river right there. And he's like, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm like, okay. The greatest chance is when you're going down the autograph line, and somebody has like 5 pictures, and obviously you sign 2. You're like, all right, bro. There's a ton of people are kids. This guy's like a 65-year-old collector. He's got 5 pictures and giving them to you, and so you sign 2. Then you go down the line, and all of a sudden you see this right here. You just see.
Oh, the same guys
with the pictures. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I can see it's you. You can get up. You don't have to hide behind the crowd.
Yeah. Why don't you let these 4 7-year-olds who actually like baseball get in the way?
Yeah.
Hey, one team have you ever had a team on a super hot streak going into the All-Star break? Like, because the Mariners must be kicking themselves right now. You don't want to stop. What are they, 13 in a row, 12
I know.
How's that work?
11 in a row right now. Yeah, this is when you don't want to stop. This team, ever since that fight, no, seriously, since that, what's their record since that brawl? I think it's been ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's the same. It's within a game or two of when it happened. The other part about it too that's scary. I remember when we used to work with Larry Boa, when I worked with him at ESPN and then at MLB. I remember 2 separate occasions, like 10 years apart, him going, "First week after the All-Star game is the ugliest time to be a coach." And I was like, "Why?" And he goes, "Everybody's sloppy. Everybody's sloppy. You'll see." He guaranteed that even if it's not errors, but mental mistakes, bad base running, all happens in those first 3 days back from the All-Star break, and you could wind up, bam, we lost 4 in a row out of the break. Boom, just like that.
Bro,
because you're just not...
Bro, it's so funny you say that, but it brings back a different thought for me because... You're creatures of habit in the big leagues. I mean, your routine, your habits every day. You want to play every day. You get into that mode. You're just like, you're on autopilot. You're like, let's play. You don't want off days. And if you get an off day here or there, you want that one day. Yeah. You don't want 2. You don't want 2 days. So at the All-Star break, you get 4. Dude, I just go back and you talked about Larry Boa saying, "Oh, there's sloppy play coming back." It still bothers me. It doesn't bother me. Obviously, you move on in life, obviously. But when I go back to the 2006 World Series, when the Cardinals and Mets went 7 games, and when I was with the Tigers, we swept Oakland. Dude, we literally had like 7 days off. Like, nobody knew what to do. Jim Leland sent us home. For the first 2 days, he goes, everyone go home.
Yeah.
Like, go home because, what do we do here? So anyway, what was unbelievable is we came back, bro. We lost that series in 5 games. And listen, the Cardinals beat us. There's no doubt.
Right.
We had 8 errors in 5 games. There wasn't a point during the year. We might have had 8 errors all year.
Right.
We had 8 errors in 5 games. It was just like you can't get it back.
No.
So that's what Larry Bowa is saying. You get those days off, you come back, you're a little rusty. But you're in the World Series.
Yeah.
The season's over. You don't have another 65, 70 games to recoup.
Right.
Because you feel like if you did, you'd get going again. But
Yeah. No. Well, I have another question too. Actually, as a player, on the years you didn't make the team, is it? Of course, you like to be around your family and want to be around your family, but those are the only 3 or 4 days. Well, those are only consecutive break you get during the baseball season, right? So, is there a little stress of like, okay, we got to do this. I got to do this on Sunday. Then on Monday I'm going here, and then Tuesday I'm going to my kids' thing, and then Wednesday, and then all of a sudden you're back, and you're like, what just happened? Like, it's not really a break as much as you would think,
you
right?
can't wait. Usually you have young kids at that time. So, like, you just want to go home. You just want to go home. I remember we had a house in Florida, in Jupiter, Florida. I just wanted to go home, like, as quick as I could. Like, ASAP, right? So, that was nice. I think that might have been the only time during the year I rented a private jet. Like, get me on the jet, get me out of here. Seriously. Yeah. But you either want to go down to your home in Jupiter or whatever, or just enjoy the time. Like in Cincinnati, sometimes we would stay back, but those just to have 4 days off, dude, it's like it rejuvenates you, bro. Rejuvenates you. Do you come back a little sloppy? Yeah, probably. Yeah. But only for a day or two. Right. Then you're back in the swing of things. But dude, that All-Star break, those 4 days feels like 4 months. It is so stinking nice.
Do you pick up a bat? Do you pick up a bat at all?
No, my God, are you kidding me? I hide all. I used to hide all baseball, anything.
I wonder. So what happens? What happens if you got the first game back as the starting pitcher the next week? Are you screwed? Or you still got to go run when you go home, right? I would guess.
I think. Or you so. think they're I think you got. I think if you're the starting pitcher, I think you got to still throw and do stuff like that. If you're the starting pitcher coming back, I think maybe the pitcher's routine's a little different. That's a good question. I never asked anybody that.
Yeah. It's a good
yeah, one. Next time we have a pitcher, we should ask Harnish that.
Oh, yeah. Next time we have a pitcher, let's ask. That isn't.
Next time we have a pitcher, I will ask him. Yeah.
I remember too. I don't know if you ever had this game, but like, it used to be the All-Star games. Well, it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday, right? But there's always the one Sunday night baseball game, and I remember.
Oh, it's the worst. It's always the Yankees.
Well, this one year, the All-Star game was White Sox had it, but I think. The way they set it up was, so the Cubs, they set it up so the Cubs were the Sunday night baseball game. Now, it was my first time at Wrigley, and I was there setting up for ESPN's coverage and everything, and there was just a bench. This was the craziest thing ever. There used to be just like a bench right down the third baseline, and I don't know why. It wasn't really where the pitching mounds were at the time, but me and 2 of my friends, we just sat on this bench in play for a Cubs game. I forgot who they were playing, but I remember like every time in between innings when a player would walk by, they were just MFing the fact that they were still there because it's this Sunday night game. You could have been home by then, right? Like you play a 1 o'clock East Coast game, you could be in Pittsburgh by dinner time. You could have dinner if you flew home quick. You're in Chicago.
The ultimate nightmare for a player is that game.
That's Sunday night baseball game. I bet.
I just want to go home because you're really missing an off day. Yeah. Because Sunday day game, you'd be out of there. Game's over at 4:30. You're on a flight at 6. You're home or whatever. Now you're playing till the midnight. And those guys that come to the All-Star game, they're getting in at 3 in the morning or whatever, 4 in the morning. The guys that make the team that are on those teams. So
yeah, they even lose the fun of that first day showing up with their boys. You get that, what do they call it? FOMO, fear of missing out. Like you're an All-Star, but you got to sit there for that last game. You got to play in that last game and then get on a plane, try to get there overnight, and then of course the next morning your PR guy is standing next to you going, "Hey, we got to do this, and this, right?" Isn't that part of it? Like talk about like signing balls and all that stuff.
Oh, dude, the coolest thing. That's what I was saying. I was just on WDV this morning for Pittsburgh, and they said, David Bednar is going to the All-Star game for the Pirates. And they said, well, what advice would you give him? Well, my advice would be there's a room that you put all your autograph stuff that all the guys go through and sign. So, like, I have so many. Let me see.
There you go. What do we got? Let's show and tell here.
This right here. Like this ball right here.
Yeah.
This ball right here is from the 99 All-Star game. See?
Oh, sick.
It's from the 99 All-Star game.
Yeah.
And this is one of the balls that I got when I was, put it in the room.
Nice.
So there's Bruce Bochy. There's just so many good players on here. But the reason I have these balls is because I put them in this room, this autograph room. It's the only time you're going to get the greatest players in the world in the same room that they're actually willing to sign, because they're all like, hey, it's the All-Star game, yeah. And you're like, hey, yeah, cool, sign my 2 dozen balls, sign my bats, sign all my shit, sign my jersey.
Yeah. No, that is the best. No, dude, again, if anybody ever gets into broadcasting, the key to being a production assistant or AP or whatever, always go to the first-time guys. The first-time guys have no idea what they're doing there. They expect that they're going to be doing anything they're asked of, and they are so happy to be there. Like, I wouldn't go near Albert Pujols this week, because he's not going to be sitting here going, like, hey, can you come do the WEEI 8 a.m. morning show today? He's going to be like, get out of here, bro.
Yeah. You're going to David Bednar of the Pirates.
Yes,
you're going to David Bednar. Hey, bro, you want to do an interview?
Yeah, David, he'll do 6 hours on that show that day. You'll probably mic him up and you could do that. Always go for the young guys. Not that there's anything wrong with the older guys that are there, but they get to, when you get there the first time when you're a kid, you get taken advantage of by people like me. So there you go.
I know. I'm like, what's this young kid? Wait a minute, I'm the same age as him. But what the hell is this guy doing? I don't want to do an interview.
Oh, I may have maybe in the first 2 or 3 times we've ever done a show told this story, but I'll tell it again now for people who hadn't heard it. But first time I ever met Sean Casey, Houston All-Star Game, All-Star Gala, which was a very much more family oriented back then. Like, everybody was there with their families, everybody there with their kids, and it was at this place where there was music playing. I think we talked about this, like Clemens and Schilling were singing country music, country tunes on a stage.
Yeah.
And me and Chris Rohenbeck, shout out to our boy, we're running around like trying to get sound and get little interviews, and Harold's running around doing the interviews. Harold Reynolds, who's just a ball of energy.
I remember this.
Do you really? So
I don't remember you, but I remember Harold.
Okay, yeah.
So if you were with Harold,
right. So we're standing there, and Harold's like, oh, hey, Case, this is Chris. Well, hey, what's up, guys? And then he talked to you for like a minute, and he goes, hey, do me a favor, Sean. And this is what Harold does. I love him to death. He'll give you on the phone, hey, talk to my friend Rich here. And you answer the phone, and he'll be like, A-Rod. And I'll be like, what am I going to talk about with this guy? I don't know what And so he's like, hey, Sean, just stick around with my boys for 1 minute. I'll be right back. And when Harold Reynolds says, I'll be right back, that's at least 27 minutes. 9 of them are the 5 minutes where he will sign anything and hug every baby and be a thing. 10 minutes to do something, come back. Sean Casey, who at the time had the part, I remember clearly, you had the part.
The butt part.
Direct down the head, hair down to here, like kind of halfway.
I was raking.
Halfway to vetter.
Yeah, it looked like
halfway to vetter. And dude, I'll tell you all at home, it's very true. Sean stood there with me, and he was by himself. You could tell he was looking around like, where is this clown Harold? And he just stood there and talked to me and Chris for about 25 minutes. Who would have thought? Who would have thought about 20 years later, dude, we'd be...
Isn't that great? Yeah,
well, that was 04 04? Was
that's only 18 years ago, dude.
Only 18 years ago. What are you crazy?
Whoa, that's 18.
Yeah, that's 18 years ago. 18 years ago.
God.
My dad would say, I got socks older than that. Anyway. He would say, I got socks older than you. Anyway.
Oh, my God.
All right, so what do you got planned for the weekend, man?
What am I doing? Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, I meant to show you, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
All right.
I was watching watching the game last night, and my son.
Oh,
I saw
Jake, this.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Throw it up. Yep. Walk off.
Yeah, buddy.
I got very confused for a second. I didn't know this. I didn't know these rules now. By the way, because I'm looking at the score, and I saw you wrote walk off, and I'm like, what happened there? So there's a mercy rule in those games. By the way, that was another bomb hit. Bomb,
dude. Another bomb, dude. I was so excited, bro. I was so excited. So I'm going up to see him tomorrow. He's playing tomorrow night. I was trying to go up tonight. Jason Grilly's throwing. It's like esports night. Grilly's like getting into the esports stuff.
Oh, cool.
So I was trying to go up there tonight, but I'm going out with my buddy Jay Adams tonight and his wife Jen.
Nice.
We're having a nice dinner. Then tomorrow I'm going to see my buddy John Dennis doing his last strongman competition. He's going up and it's in Johnstown.
Yes.
And then we're going to go to Johnstown tomorrow night for Jake's game.
Which reminds me,
not Johnstown, New York.
No, yes,
not Johnstown, New York.
This is the retraction we have not made in like 4 weeks. Me and Casey on the air a couple weeks ago saying Johnstown. Oh, Jess's whole family. The funny thing is, Jess is going to Johnstown this weekend for her friend's 3-year-old's birthday party.
Johnstown, New York.
2 different Johnstowns. Sean and I spent, if you go back about 3 or 4 Funbags ago, we spent about 15 minutes talking about Johnstown, and I was like, wow, I can't believe you drive to Johnstown from Pittsburgh? And you're like, yeah. And we just kept making faces at each other.
It's an hour and a half. Yeah. We were both awkward, but I don't understand, but what the hell? It sounds good. Sounds good.
So tonight, we're going to... which I haven't gone to. I haven't gone to a minor league baseball game in a really long time. I'm psyched. We're going to see the Brooklyn Cyclones.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah,
nice.
Dude, have you ever been out to that stadium for anything?
No, I heard it's awesome. It's right on the water.
Coney Island. Yeah, on the water at Coney Island. So right behind is like, their little like Wonder Wheel and all that stuff. It's gorgeous. It's a really cool place. Really fun place. And then tomorrow morning, me and my cousin Maddie, who you're boys with.
Oh, Matty Chinch. Love Matty Chinch.
And his brother Andrew, we're going fluke fishing off the Atlantic Ocean tomorrow morning. 7 a.m.
Oh, that's gonna be, dude. That'll be fun, bro. Good luck,
dude. I haven't gone
wait. Fluke fishing. That means you're going in the boat, obviously.
Oh hell yeah, well, dude. There's been 5 shark attacks on Long Island in the past 7 days. Do you know that? Did I tell you that?
No. Are you kidding me,
dude? 5. 2 right at Jones Beach, which people know Jones Beach is, but then Town of Oyster Bay, Toe Bay Beach, 1, and then, dude, there was one day the lifeguards out on this one beach out here that I've actually never been to. The lifeguards were doing their shark training. They were doing their training where you rescue somebody who's either been bitten or they whatever. And a dude got bit while he was playing. One of them plays like the victim. He's playing the victim in the water, and he got bit by a shark.
You got to be.
And so they actually had to. He actually got his way out. I mean, these guys are pretty badasses. A lot of it, you get a lifeguard on a Jersey Shore.
Not a great white shark.
No, not great. They think they are sand tiger sharks, but there's I've been looking it up.
Can a sand tiger shark eat my leg off?
Yes, absolutely. Oh,
shit!
It could get you, dude.
Are you serious, dude? I'm going to the Jersey Shore like next week. Like
you're right there.
2 weeks
for some
from now.
reason.
Yeah, right.
For some reason, right here.
What do you think? They're only at Jones Beach.
That isn't that far of a swim for them, I should say. Dude, I'm telling you, the sharks are out, man. I can't. So
wait, why? Why? There's got to be a reason.
I watch Shark Week starts, I think, this weekend too. Actually,
I don't watch. You watch Shark Week? I don't watch Shark Week. That's not a cool show.
Shark Week is one of the greatest shows on television.
Why? Why would you do that?
What do you mean?
Do you go in the ocean?
Do I? Not really much anymore. No, I don't go surfing
Why?
anymore.
Because of Shark Week?
Well, because
you watch Shark Week, that's why.
Sharks on Long Island.
That's why.
Yeah, but
that's why you don't go in, because you scare yourself. I don't want to scare myself.
Go ahead and watch a drone shot of the Jersey Shore right now, and you'll see people in the water like this, and you'll see like a freaking hammerhead fly by within 15 feet. Dude, I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking. They're out there. But I will say the boats are all out. Everybody's out, trying to protect everybody. If it wasn't bad on 4th of July weekend, when like the year after the pandemic's over and there are millions and millions of people down the shore and nobody, knock on wood, got really hurt. Like the one guy that got hit. I mean, you're not talking about like these haven't been like great whites. If they were great whites, there'd be legs and arms everywhere. But they're out there too. But
you're telling me that there's boats out there protecting the people?
Yeah, like in Jaws when the guys are all out in thing and they're like throwing a firecrackers in to try to kill the Jaws. They've added like boating protection areas and stuff like that. But this past week on Long Island, I would say about 4 or 5 beaches were closed for certain amounts of time, but then they open them. They take a boat, they look around, they're like, all right, there's no shark here, and then people go back in the water. That's what they do. It's like Australia.
Dude, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
When you talk about those drone videos, aren't the people that are doing the drone videos, aren't they calling the lifeguard and saying, hey, bro, we got 27 sharks.
That's what they're
swimming
doing.
Around people.
Yes, that's what they do. So they'll take like it'll be a drone, or sometimes like they've been going up in the like little helicopters and stuff around here. I can see them every once in a while, and they'll just take a camera, and I think they have a direct line to the Coast Patrol or whatever. It's all Coast Guard kind of stuff. It's bananas, dude. Get that out of your head before you go to the Jersey Shore. But anyway,
oh my God,
on a lighter note, we're going on this big boat.
My buddy Mike Walker is still a lifeguard. He's like 75 years old. He's still lifeguarding down the Jersey Shore.
Those guys are
He's not really 75. He's 48, still jacked.
Yeah.
And saving lives, legitimately, like David Hasselhoff style.
That was such a great show back in the day. But anyway, no, we're going on a big boat. It's called Captain Lou's. Captain Lou's, right out of Freeport. You've heard of Freeport. Families from around here. Mm-hmm. Get on a boat at 7.
Yep.
Head out into the ocean. I'm actually hoping to see a shark or two because we're up. It's not like we're not like in a little U-boat.
Dude, I caught a shark one time.
No way. Like what?
We went deep sea. We were out in I swear to God, I was at the BP ocean liner 3 weeks before it blew up. I'm not kidding.
Oh my God.
We were in Louisiana, and we were fishing for Adam Dunn's. We went out there for his birthday party. It was me, Tom Hume, Danny Graves, his brothers. Bro, we were ripping tuna.
Wow.
And it takes like an hour, dude.
Yeah,
if you caught a tuna chinch, it would have pulled you into the ocean. It would have pulled you in.
I know. Those are beasts.
And he would have took it. He would have took you to his friends and go, "We got chinch. We got chinch. The tuna caught chinch." So, dude. But his Jason Dunner's brother, pulled in a shark. I'm like, "Hey, bro, cut the line. What's up?" So, that is not a tuna. That is not a tuna.
Oh my God! Out in Montauk, those guys that's basically the guy from Jaws. The crazy sea captain is based on his old sea captain from 100 years ago in Montauk. And dude, some of those fishermen are great. Like they all have jaws, like the way somebody puts a deer up on their wall. They'll have jaws of a great white that they caught that are just sitting there. They all have shark tooth necklaces and stuff from sharks that they've caught over the years. Great whites out there, Montauk. That's where the great whites are. They'll come get you. Anytime.
Oh my God! The drone. We need the drone out there in Montauk.
All right. Anyway, good Funbag. We snuck it in. Folks, man, we try as hard as we can. We've been grinding all day. Me and Sean couldn't even find each other today. And finally we're like, wait, shit, we haven't done a Funbag yet. So we knocked it out. We knocked it out for all the fans at home. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We knocked it out. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. We will, and we got some good guests coming up too.
Big time.
We got Susan Waldman. We got Susan Waldman joining us with the Yankees, man, and she awesome. What a real treat too. And that's going to be a fun one next week. So and Harnish, keep tuning in to Harnish because Harnish is so good. It's so funny. Yeah. Pete's such a great guy. So funny. Great stories and great humor. So
and then in 2 weeks,
right, Chinchy.
Well, one more in 2 weeks.
And then
Michael Young.
2 weeks we got Michael Young coming on. Yes, we're loaded, guys.
Yeah,
we're
lock
loaded.
it in.
Let's
Make
go.
sure you subscribe so you don't forget about this stuff, right?
Yeah, subscribe, download, do everything you can. Start passing us on to your friends too. We got to grow.
Exactly.
All right, Chinch.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. Love you, man.
Love you, man. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Have a good weekend, everybody. Grateful for you guys listening. Thanks. See you, buddy. Good luck fishing. No great whites.
Perfect.